Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now today is my first ever favourites video, which is very exciting, isn't it? Now I don't know if I'm going to make this a monthly thing, I'm not sure, we'll see how today goes, but basically I'm just going to share with you guys some of the things which I have been loving through the month of July. Now I've decided to break it up into categories because I couldn't just choose one category. So I've got beauty, fashion, and then lifestyle / home stuff. So let's get started with beauty. First up is Elizabeth Arden Privage City Smart, or I think Privage is the range that it comes in. So this basically is an SPF of 50 and also an anti-pollution cream / serum-y stuff. I don't know all the specific ins and outs of it, but basically this is what I have been using instead of my old daily SPF. I wouldn't use it as an SPF on its own if you were deliberately going out sunbathing, because I don't think this kind of product is actually made for that. But as a kind of barrier against the daily sun rays that you're getting if you're heading out to work or just kind of doing bits and bobs around the town, I think this kind of thing is perfect for that. So that's what I have swapped out my old SPF with. And actually, look, you can see from the packaging here, I've used almost all of that. And I started using that, I think I started using that back in June, tail end of June, I think. Now, this is quite expensive. It is £55. So in the way of an SPF or like daily cream, yes, it is quite expensive, but even though I was gifted this, I would definitely buy this with my own money. Once I am done with this one, I'm going to go out and buy a fresh one. So yes, that is item number one, Elizabeth Arden City Smart. Now on to item number two, something which is actually a bit more affordable. This is £7 and it is essentially a body lotion, and it's from And Other Stories, which I think you might not have thought to go to And Other Stories for beauty products, but they've got a massive range of beauty stuff, from makeup to body lotions and even fragrance, and some of their fragrances are my absolute fave. Now this is one of my favourite fragrances, which they also do in this lotion, and I think they also might do it in a body wash or a hand wash as well, and it is Sicilian Sunrise. So it is very sweet, it's very fresh, it's very Sicilian lemon. I mean, the clue is in the name, and this stuff is amazing. I have been smothering myself in this because I actually have the Rollerball perfume, which is in the same fragrance, Sicilian Sunrise, and sometimes I find that can wear off. Even though I pop that in my handbag, I can give myself a little top up throughout the day. I often find that, especially in this horrible heat, if I smother this all over my body, then actually once I start sweating, I just sweat Sicilian Sunrise, which is pleasant, isn't it? Right, beauty fave number three is my ultimate god of tanning. It is the Isle of Paradise Dark Self-Tanning Mousse. Or their packaging is kind of done in colourway, so this is the lilac colourway if you're trying to find this one. Now I go for dark because I have a kind of darker skin tone, and actually the dark on me I don't find is too dark. If you're super light skinned, very fair, then you might want to go for the slightly lighter one, which I think is in green packaging. Don't quote me on that, but they've got light, medium, dark, so there's something for everyone. But basically this tan, it is self-evening, and I'm not sure if that's the right terminology, but basically it is idiot proof. So even if you have never tanned before, you can't go wrong with this stuff. Now this brand, I actually know the guy who founded this brand. He's worked for lots of different tanning companies throughout his career, and he has done a fair few spray tans on me as well. His name is Jules, and he is the god of tanning. He knows everything there is to know about tanning, and so therefore when he created his own range, it couldn't be any more perfect. Now I have been wearing this stuff solidly for about 3 months now, and it's just brilliant. It's actually vegan, it's cruelty free, it's organic, so if there's any of you guys out there that require any of those elements within your beauty products, done. Next, Sand and Sky Australian Pink Clay Pore Refining Face Mask. Isn't that a mouthful? This stuff is awesome. I got sent this and I've actually got no idea who by. It may well be Sand and Sky, because there was 2 Sand and Sky products within the package, but there was no note. Yes, and it is amazing stuff. It does actually come with a little brush, which I haven't got in here because I keep the brush upstairs in the bathroom. But this is very nice packaging as well, right? And then this is the little pot, which is pink. It's very nice. And I use this twice a week, once on a Sunday, the other time normally Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on what I'm up to. And it's just a really nice face mask. It is not bright pink, it's kind of like a sort of washed out rose colour. And this one is pore refining, and it does just that, basically shrinks the pores, pulls all the crud that's sitting in your skin out, because my problem area is my nose. And so I apply this on my nose, a little bit on my chin, essentially my T-zone. It's quite an expensive face mask. I think it is around about £40 or £39.50, something like that. So it is expensive, but a little goes a long way, and I just think it's really good. It detoxes your skin, brightens your skin, and it refines those pores, and I have been loving it. Now, because we have been in the midst of a massive heat wave, we're talking 2 months long, I have been carrying this stuff around in my handbag. So this is the Body Shop face mist, and the one that I have is Cocoa Calming. So this has got coconut water and aloe vera in there. Handbag sized, nice and convenient. This is actually my 2nd bottle of this stuff now, and I just literally keep it in my handbag, whip it out after I've been on public transport, or if I'm on public transport, as long as I'm away from people, because some people get a bit narky when you just start spraying stuff. And yes, it's lovely and refreshing on your skin. I normally keep mine in the fridge, because if we're at home and it's just feeling super hot, give my face a spritz in the middle of the day, and it just feels refreshing. This one is only £6, and it is makeup friendly, so you can use it over the top of your makeup and you aren't going to look like a runny mess. Bonus. Now, my last item on the beauty section of this video is Glossier You. It is their first, their only fragrance in their collection, and I think it is just delicious, because the unique thing about this fragrance is that it's actually missing a few notes within the formula of the fragrance, and that's because you are supposed to make up those extra notes. So essentially that means that this will smell different on every single person, because it uses your own natural scent, eau de naturel, to make up the formula. And so that's why I like it. And I mean, I think it smells nice on me. Someone else might think that I smell like a skunk, who knows? But I think it is delicious, and it is £45, which for a fragrance I think is very reasonably priced. For anyone that is interested, I did a blog post recently, so you can find that over on ejstyle.co.uk, shameless plug, and I did my top 5 summer fragrances. Moving on to fashion, and I don't think I could do a favourites video without mentioning these sandals, because you lot are very observant, and of course you have all commented that I am 100% getting my wear out of these sandals. These are the Hermes Oran slides. They are £485. Yes, very expensive. And believe me, it hurt me inside when I bought these. Now, I bought these just over a year ago, last summer, and I have guaranteed had my wear out of them. They have still got so much wear left. I only have one shoe here to show you because I had a slight dog poo incident, so the other shoe is in quarantine right now. And yes, trust me, I will wash my hands after handling this shoe. Anyone with OCD, just rest assured, I'll wash my hands. But they're just an excellent sandal. I honestly couldn't recommend them enough. Now, the most frequently asked question that I get asked about these is, are they comfortable? And my very honest answer is yes, but once you've broken them in. So for me, it took about 8 to 10 wears to break these in. For the first 8 to 10 wears, they killed my feet, they shredded them, they gave me blisters, it was horrific, there was tears, but I powered through, and now they are my go-to sandal. I love the colour, I love the shape, they're comfortable. Yes, can't fault them. Moving on to something more affordable. And this bag is from Warehouse. It is £22. It's sold out quite quickly actually. I think I featured this in a unboxing, a PR unboxing, and it sold out super quick, but I do believe it is now back in stock. This entire sort of woven section of the bag is made out of paper, so very eco-friendly, and then there's a little canvas pouch inside, which is a pretty decent size. It is actually attached, but I'm just trying to turn it inside out so you guys can see how big it is. There we go, a little drawstring canvas pouch inside so you can hide all your worldly belongings in there. I just love it. I just feel like I've been drawn to using this bag. In summer, I've kind of less been using my designer handbags like Judith, Jacqueline, all those kind of bags. And I've been very much drawn to just using like a simple basket bag or something like this. I find that it goes with all the colours that I'm wearing this season. And yeah, it's comfortable. It's got quite a long drop as well, so it can definitely fit over your shoulder. And yeah, I just love it. For 22 quid, I think it is a really awesome bag, and it has serious style cred as well. Right, next up are Orelia Huggies, and these are too small for me to hold up, but I actually have some in the back holes, in my third holes in my ears at the moment. And if you watch my weekly vlogs, you'll have seen me wearing these week after week throughout the month of July since I got them. Now, the price range can vary slightly. So the basic ones kind of start at around about £20, and then they can go up to some of the newer ones in the luxe range to about £55. They are gold plated. They are a slightly more affordable option to the likes of Miss Soma. So if you like Miss Soma jewellery, then I would definitely say to check out Orelia if you wanted to just add a few more slightly more affordable pieces to your collection. But for me, the standout items within their website are definitely the Huggies. So I've been wearing lots of different styles. Some of them come with drops. I've got some really gorgeous new turquoise ones. I believe they are from the luxe range, and you can even wear them in your helix piercings as well if you have a helix piercing. So yes, that is the Orelia Huggies, which are currently my favourite. Next on the fashion favourites is vintage Levi's cut-offs, or vintage Levi's shorts, whatever you want to call them. Now I thought I'd take the opportunity within this favourites video to go through a few FAQs about these bad boys, because I wear these so often and I get asked lots of the same kind of questions about these. So first of all, I get asked about sizing and what sizing you should go for if you want to buy a pair of vintage Levi's. Well, the first thing I'll say is that vintage Levi's and current Levi's, the sizing works completely different. So with current Levi's, I often have to size down by 1 or 2 sizes. With vintage, you have to size up by 3 or 4 sizes. So I'm a waist size 27, and these are a waist 32. Now these I do wear very low slung on my hips, but I've got a few other pairs which are a size 30 or a 31. So I kind of have them varying depending on where I want to wear them. Now, another question that I get asked a lot about vintage Levi's is where is the best place to buy them? My favourite place to buy them is eBay, without a shadow of a doubt. You'll pay anywhere from about £15 to £25. You can get so many different washes, you can get different grades. I always go for the grade A+, which just basically means they're in the best condition. And yes, love them. They are vintage, so yeah, they might come smelling a bit, but just stick them in the wash and you'll be fine. So yes, these, in the month of July, have been my non-stop go-to short of the month. Now, something else that I have been living in this month throughout the heat wave are linen shirts. These two in particular. This is the same shirt, it's from Urban Outfitters, but I have it in 2 different colourways, both very neutral as per usual. Now, these shirts are £46 each. They are made of linen, and what I like about them is that they're so long and oversized. So as I mentioned in a few of my weekly vlogs, I've been wearing these around the house with just my pants, or I might have put on my vintage Levi's cut-offs, but normally just my pants, and it's just so that I can keep cool, but yet my bum is covered, so if I'm walking past the window, no one can see me flashing. And yeah, they have just been probably one of the most valuable items within my wardrobe for dealing with this heat wave. And the last item on my fashion list is this hat from Australian brand Lack of Colour. Now, I have a few hats from this brand. I think I have 4 or 5 now in total. You'll have seen me wearing those a lot in a lot of my COS content, so anything on Instagram from COS and on the blog. I have like a large brim fedora, which is in more of a straw fabric. That one I love. But this is my most recent purchase. It is the Rancher, that's the style, it's called the Rancher. So it's kind of like a fedora and it's quite a wide brim, but it's quite a flat brim. I think you can see that. I'm going to pop it on and show you. And this is in the colour Ivory. Now, this brand has become quite a cult brand. The hats are, I would say, sort of mid-range. I think this is about £76. Everything is priced in Australian dollars because it comes shipped from Australia. But I would say that's actually not a bad price because the hats are incredibly well made. They are very durable and they are just awesome, Exhibit A. Now, moving on to the home/lifestyle section of this video. Now, this is my new best friend. This is the Dyson Hot and Cool fan. I think this is called an air blade because, as you can see, it doesn't actually have what a typical fan would have, and that's those little rotary blade things. This is a different kind of technology, some random Dyson technology. I honestly don't know much about this fan, but Simon and I bought this during the Amazon Prime Day, so we got a little bit of discount on it, which was handy because it is about £440. The model is the AM09 and this is the medium size. Now, as the name would suggest, it does hot and cold. So this we actually bought with the intention of using this out in the studio once it's finished. So in the winter, it's obviously going to be quite chilly. We thought this would be a good option as opposed to like a plug-in heater. I thought this might be a little bit better. It is remote controlled as well. But because we have this heat wave, which I know I keep banging on about, this has actually been a saviour this week, and we've been plugging this in more so for the babies who like to lounge on this couch throughout the day because it's nice and cool because it's leather, and then we just pop this on the coffee table, aim it towards them and have it on the like moving sort of sweeping motion, and so it cools them all down one by one as it glows up and down the sofa. Next, the Furbo. Gosh, we're very tech heavy in this kind of little section of the video, aren't we? I don't think I could avoid putting this as a favourite. I can't remember how long ago it was. It might have been back in June that we got sent this, and I made the very bold statement that this is probably the best thing we've ever been sent. And it really is. If you have dogs, I would 100% recommend looking into this. And they are quite expensive, but they have been reduced a little bit. So I believe they were £249. I know, very expensive, but I do believe they have been reduced to £199, which is better. You know, a 50 quid saving is a 50 quid saving. And do you know what? If we hadn't been sent this, if I'd have had the opportunity, if I'd have watched a video to see how it works and what you can do with them, hands down, I totally would have bought one. Just for peace of mind alone, this is worth its weight in gold. I just love it. I love being able to see my babies at any time of day if I'm out. You'll also get a notification if they start barking, so you can set that up where it pings onto your phone and says your dog is barking. In which case you can open up the app and say, hello, please be quiet. And then they'll come running over because they're like, Mom, are you in there? And then you can throw them a treat as a reward. So yes, the Furbo, 100% a favourite for this month and definitely going to be a lifetime favourite if I'm being honest. And on to my last item, Zaflora. I do believe Zaflora has become quite a cult product. I'm not entirely sure where that's come from, but yeah. I've been using this stuff for quite a while now actually, and it's awesome, but I can't always get my hands on this scent, which is, I wanted to say flavour again, trying to get my vocabulary to be correct. And this is the pink grapefruit option. It is delicious. For summer, it is perfect. It is sweet, but it's sharp, it's fresh. It just smells amazing and I want my whole house to smell of it. Yes. Now, Zaflora, if you're not familiar with it, is basically a very, very concentrated disinfectant. It comes in lots of different scents and there are lots of different uses. So you can either use it straight as it is, and we use it straight in things like the sink, in the drains. We'll often put it in the toilet, like on a big weekly clean, we'll pop some in the toilet and just let it disinfect. But then you can also dilute it, and one of these, this is the slightly larger bottle, this is 250 mils, but it does come also in a smaller bottle. One of these 250 ml bottles will make 10 litres of disinfectant. I love it, and it is something that our under the sink cupboard is fully stocked with in every flavour, scent possible. Zoflora, yes. Right guys, that is it. It's the end of my first ever monthly favourites video. I would love to know if you liked this kind of video, if you enjoyed the items that I featured, if you would maybe want to see this more often. Do leave me that comment down in the comments section below, and I will see you guys on Sunday for my usual first of the month haul, so you guys can catch up on all the things that I've been buying for the month of July, and I will catch you then. Bye! These little sleeves are also really sweet, navy and mustard yellow. Had 2 pockets for £35.